Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the rainy Philippines. Today we're going to give you an update on our house building here of our addition. It's been 2 days of work since the last update. So we're going to walk over here and show you the progress since 2 days ago. So we still have, I think, another week and a half before we can take out the scaffolding underneath here. It's supposed to be 21 days before we can remove any of this scaffolding or the prop. And some of the scaffolding still has to stay for the workers to work up high. I can't wait till we get this out here so I can walk inside of there. Our outside water line hookup is in there, and it's a real pain in the ass to walk in through all this scaffolding maze and mess to get to the hose to turn it on. So we just got deliveries yesterday. Another 3 cubic of black sand and 3 cubic of stone, I think it was. So when we get ready to, and I think I've got another 2 days before we do the next Bohol or cement floor pour. So we're going to show you the way up here through all this maze of mess and destruction everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's something laying. I don't like it. I like it to be a little bit neater than what it is. They never clean up after themselves. I don't like it, especially when they let my stuff lay around, my tools. And there's a big noisy Southern Star bus. Always has to blow his horn everywhere.
Lansang na yan, no?
Lansang na tayo. Ana magpalit lansang tayo. Pang-roll lang. Dahan kayo.
Bucket of rusty nails.
Yeah. 5 kilo, 6.
That's it.
No buy.
I'm always buying. I'm always buying 5 kilos, 6 kilos, 4 kilos. So this is our fancy ladder system to get up onto here. So I cut out the remaining part of the roof, or the soffit area, and took out the rafters after our last update. So that way they can run up the hollow block wall and put up the beams.
Sige. Okay.
So that conversation was our aircon isn't working right. I think we got a hole somewhere and we're leaking Freon because it keeps cycling on and off like it'd be low on Freon. And yesterday it was not very cool inside. I don't like it.
Hot.
I think it was cooler outside than inside. It's never good. So since our last update, they poured another column there, poked it up through the roof. They removed some forms over here, laid some more hollow block, that extra piece there. They raised up the hollow block wall on this side in the front, and Jeffrey, the cable is still inside of our house. The PLDT people were contacted. There was a representative came out and was told that it's inside the house and needs to be moved, but we'll see how long it takes. One of the workers said we should just cut it, but that's our internet, so we're not going to do that. And they built a sawhorse so that they can work to lay the hollow block up higher on the inside. And if you see, every hollow block has rebar inside of it. At least one rebar inside of every hollow block. notice hollow block are not uniformly made. So if you see bigger gaps or bigger mud joints on some, it's because the blocks are not uniform. They're made round, it seems like to me. And every third course of hollow block has a rebar going the length of the mud joint on every third course. And I have every core filled with cement as they're coming up through. So everything's completely filled in here.
And that's a 12 mm, right?
Yeah, all the rebars here are 12 mm in the hollow block. This one here is only 10 mm. That was a mistake. All the other rebars are 12 mm. So all the rebar in the floor in the slab is 10 mm. The hollow block rebar is 12 mm, and all the posts are 16 mm. So I can't wait till they start laying blocks here on the inside so we can see the size of the bedroom.
Yeah.
But since our last update, they started to put in scaffolding back here for the supports. They started doing the steel for the tie beams and the beams here. Started forming everything up. And like I said, welcome to the rainy Philippines at the beginning. It's starting to rain again. So there might not be work again today. But it's still another hour till the workers get here. So there's a possibility no work again. Which I hope they can work. I want to get this other slab poured here.
Yeah, so we can go up.
Because we can't pour the columns here on the side until they put the slab. This can't be poured until they pour the remaining part of this slab. So I'm hoping they can work today and tomorrow and the next day so they can pour this slab. But now we have all the columns are poured. All the lower parts of the columns are poured. We just got to do the upper parts after the slab's poured. So every one of these beams or columns have so much rebar, and it's crazy the amount of rebar and the amount of rings involved. Let me see if I can slide a piece of this across to walk on. We'll get this one over here. Cooperate. Rebar too tough. There you go. Can you step on that? Or let me walk over. So if you look inside the beams here, trying to be gentle and delicate here because everything's wet and slippery. There's so many pieces of rebar in that thing. So that top pair is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them tied into the side piece of rebar. Same thing on the bottom. 4 more pieces tied into the side rebar. And then all the 10 mm rings that go around. The same thing over onto that column. And if you see the orange pipe in there, that's for the drain of our roof deck to come down and go on the outside for the rainwater. It's just so much rebar and so much scaffolding if you look down through all the metal scaffolding of the pipes. And here's what I say, not sure if you can see that back there. They just kind of throw wood everywhere. It's just a disaster. And that was just cleaned up yesterday and they just continue to throw stuff everywhere. It's like no respect That's one of the things that makes me mad here. They don't care. They just throw stuff everywhere. And there's some of the 16 millimeter rebar that's bent to go in. It's just got small bends in it to go into them beams out there to finish up that one across the center. So hopefully this rain here will stop, because it's just a light drizzle right now. Hopefully it'll stop, the workers can work, and they can put down the steel decking today and start laying the rebar on top of the steel decking and tying it fast so that the electrician can come and run his wires and his conduit. Because I want to see how he bends this plastic conduit, because I've never seen the plastic conduit being bent before, and I tried to unbend a piece and it didn't work. I'm sure you got to heat it or something. I don't know, maybe there's some chemical he puts on it to soften it to bend it. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. So we're slowly getting some progress here. We were in Cebu to try and find some windows and doors. We found one place that has windows and doors of very good quality. Now we'll just have to find out the price and see if we can afford it and go from there. I'm hoping it's a nice price so we can put in a real nice window and door, but we'll see how that turns out. So that's it for the day from the rainy Philippines, and that's our update. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.